If you can do something for the 90 days, you can do it for the rest of your life. It's about building habits that you can carry for the rest of your life. So this is not a challenge, it's your launchpad for future. 90 days of consistency can build you habits that you can carry for the rest of your life. So this is where future begins. I'm in my early 20s and I feel like that I've already wasted so much time. Months slipping by with no real progress, no real purpose, no real habits, no real results. So if you've ever felt like life promised you so much bigger but delivered nothing, this video is for you. When we are a kid, we are told that we are special, that we can achieve anything that we want, that we become successful because of who we are, not because of the things that we do. But adulthood hits, the reality doesn't feel like anything like a dream. We are lost, undisciplined, broke, and way far from the extraordinary person that you thought you'd be. Because when we were raised, no one taught us the truth. That success isn't given, it is earned. That discipline matters more than talent. That we need purpose, goals, and habits that we stick to for years before seeing any results. We were never told that there will be days that we won't feel like doing anything, but we have to do it anyways. And we were never told that obsessing too early on the results will kill our momentum. And that is why we fail. That is why we quit, because we obsess too much on the results and outcomes without putting in the effort, because we are chasing quick wins. But this time I'm going to build healthy habits and I'm going to give it minimum of 5 years before expecting any sort of results. Because 5 years from now, you will definitely be someone. But the real question is who? Who are we becoming? 10 years later, we will definitely be someone, but the question is who? Who are we becoming in the process? And in 5 years, we will say, I'm so glad I started, or I wish I had started. That is why I'm starting the 75 Heart Challenge. And I'm going to build habits that I'm not just going to keep for the 75 days. I'm going to carry them for decades. I am going to build 7 habits that will transform my life in a good way. And this time, we are not going to quit just because we don't see results right away. I am in this for the long game. So that's basically what I'm going to do for the next 90 days. It is the 75 hard, but I'm going to extend it to 90 days and I'm going to build healthy habits and we are going to carry it for the rest of our life. But before discussing the habits that we have to develop, I want to talk about how we can succeed in this challenge first. First and foremost, you have to believe that you can do this. If you want to achieve anything in life, you have to believe that it already exists and that it already belongs to us. Let me remind you of something. You have already passed so many bad days. You have already overcome many challenges and you're still here. You're still listening to these types of videos. This means that you have not given up. This means that there is a calling inside you that wants more, that wants better life for yourself. And this voice in your head is not random. It is you from future self and is calling you and is telling you that you can do this and you are meant for something bigger. And you have to believe that you can do this, because if you want to achieve something, you have to convince yourself that it already belongs to you. For example, don't say that I'm going to succeed in this challenge. Say that I have already succeeded in this challenge. If you want to become successful, don't say that I will be successful. Just say I am successful right now, because you have to be someone in order to become that person. You have to have this rich mindset. You have to have this wealthy mindset that you have already achieved the things that you want, and that way it is so much easier for you to just go and grab them. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will believe in you, because if other people can do it, you can do it as well. Second, you have to remove the pressure to get results. One of the biggest mistakes that we make is obsessing over the outcome. For example, you will say that I want to lose weight, or I want to see results on YouTube, or I want to learn coding in 1 month. You have to stop that, because that pressure will make you quit. Because if you don't see results, your mind will tell you that no, it's not working. You will start telling yourself that this is pointless, maybe I should start something else, maybe I am doing something wrong, and you will eventually walk away like you have always done. At this time, you're not chasing results, you're building systems. You're building the identity. You're becoming the kind of person that shows up every single day, the kind of person that is consistent, that is persistent. And number 3, don't let that you stop yourself. Most people think that there's something external that is stopping them. Too much work, too much distractions, too many calls, too many friends. But truthfully, 90% of the times, this is us who is blocking ourselves. We talk ourselves out of taking action. We distract ourselves with social media, movies, games. We overthink and we trust the voice in our head that says not now, later, or you're tired now. That voice in your head is not your friend. It's resistance. So what do you do in instead? You do it anyways. You do your work anyways. You don't overthink, you just start. Number 4, you have to kill perfectionism. You don't need to study for 4 hours perfectly. You don't have to work out for 2 hours straight. And you don't have to listen to 10 books in 1 month. Perfectionism is the number 1 enemy of consistency. The truth is that consistency is more important than intensity. You have to be consistent because the goal is consistency, not to be perfect. It is to build habits. So start taking messy action because done is better than perfect. And you have to just start and let the flow to kick in. If you want to do something, for example, if one of your habits that you want to improve is studying every single day, your only goal should be to start, because before that you start the task, your mind is in avoidance mode. You're thinking, okay, it's too much, I'm too tired. But once you start, your mind will shift gears from avoidance to problem solving, because now your mind is occupied with the task and you're thinking about the task instead of thinking how to avoid the task. And once you start the task, you have to keep going for 15 minutes because that is how long it takes for you to get in the flow state. And once you get in the flow state, it will be so much easier for you to just keep going. And now I want to tell you about the habits that I want to track. So today I printed some habit trackers. So here I wrote down the day and date, and then I wrote down the habits that I want to track for the next 90 days. And I'm going to continue this for the next 90 days. As you can see, it's multiple pages and it goes up until the day 19. So build a habit tracker for yourself and write down the habits that you want to track, because we are going to track our streaks, and our only goal is that don't break the chain, because we are going to build a chain of the actions that we take every single day, because it makes it like a game and we can see our progress visually, and it's so much easier to track if we did take action in a certain day or not. So the habits that I want to change is that number 1, I want to fix my sleep schedule and I want to sleep at 10 p.m. every single night. Why? Because sleeping late is very harmful for our mind and body, lead to hormonal imbalances, poor focus, increased stress, and higher risk of weight gain, anxiety, and long-term health issues like heart disease and diabetes. Even if you get enough hours of sleep, staying up late regularly can weaken your immune system and affect your mood, energy, and productivity throughout the day. That is why I want to fix my sleep schedule and sleep on time. The past 3 years after my immigration, I got used to sleeping very late, and I think that it had a lot of bad impacts on me, and now I'm going to change it back to sleeping on time. The second habit is a skincare. I want to take care of my skin because I was not very consistent with taking care of my skin in the past years. The third habit is studying computer for 3 hours every single day because it's summer, I'm free for the next 2 months, and I want to study computer consistently because my major at school is computer science and I want to improve my skills in computer field. And the other habit is that I want to work on my YouTube channel for 2 hours every single day because I have a lot of free times, and I want to take YouTube seriously because I have not been posting consistently and I have not been able to produce very high quality content, but I want to make a habit for myself to work on it for at least 1 hour every single day and make better scripts, purchase maybe some better equipments, and to think of better ideas for the videos and many other things. And the other habit that I want to develop is working out. I want to work out consistently because it's very good for mind and body and everything. And the other one is that I want to start reading books again because I have not been reading books for a long time now, maybe for 6 months now, and I want to get back on that again. Okay, and I already showed you the habit tracker that I'm going to use. I have the dates and day and the habits that I want to track, and I'm going to build a bunch of streaks and I'm going to track it for the 90 days, and because it makes it look like a game and you can see your progress visually. The most important thing is that we have to focus on getting it done instead of being perfect, and I'm not going to expect any results. I'm not going to expect any wins or anything. The only thing that I'm going to focus is on building habits and building systems and becoming a different person. And if you can do this thing for 90 days, you can do it for the rest of your life, because after 90 days it's already a habit and it's so much easier to just keep going. And I will keep posting update videos. If you like this video and you can relate to these types of videos, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next videos.